Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here. Thought I'd make another video for a few minutes till about 7 o'clock, so hopefully this will only be about 5 minutes long. Probably should inform you that time is 5 to 7 here in the UK. So June is, I suppose, off to a new month, and it's June. Unfortunately, it hasn't kicked off as well as I would like by any stretch of the imagination. I really was hoping to make a positive start this month, but it hasn't really worked out yet. So I'm hoping things will get better, as I included in my last video at least. But anyway, it's the way it goes, I suppose. So yeah, as I say, I hope things will get better. The weather's quite warm here, but I'm the only one who seems to wear jackets or jumpers, because my body doesn't get that warm. I don't know why. Even though my head is sweating, my body doesn't get warm. Anywho, I thought I'd talk about some of my plans that I hope to work on. And as I've talked before, I like to do alliterations and things that I hope to encourage, like Asia and Africa, to network together, and with each other's nations, and also with like Asian nations to network with each other, and also African and all that, and then also together. So sort of working together as one, so to speak. This is a new month. It's the first. So and I hope also to look after my dog, because it's his birthday today, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos. So I hope to put in first as much as I can, even though I'm not doing very well myself. I'm really struggling with mental health problems, and stress and things are really starting to annoy and irritate me as well. But hopefully, as I said, hopefully Godspeed, somehow someone up there likes me more or loves me more than I think. I hope. But maybe I'm being punished for my sins, I don't know. But anyway, I imagine so. Anywho, so hopefully somehow, by some miracle, things will work out as well as possible. But I hope to, as I talked a little bit briefly in my previous video about, I hope to support like Asian and African film producers, directors, people who write scripts and lyrics, songwriters, musicians, and all those sorts of people to work together in all sorts of projects, possibly Asia and Africa to work together on all possible projects. I don't know how they can deal with land disputes, like how they can ensure that they have some sort of discussion or agreement on land. On that note, however, I was thinking about promoting peace. One way is, like, if there was a truly independent body, or at least as independent as possible, it can look at how to sort of resolve land disputes where each side of the argument has an agreement on. So each side of the argument puts. So let's say India and China have a land dispute or land disputes. They could go along to this. I don't know if arbitrary is the right word. They can go along to this independent group and talk about how what their case is for having that land. So both sides put forward their case of why they think they deserve this land, and therefore the independent body could say whichever argument seems more compelling. And that, maybe again, I'm talking about this being quite naive, but that could be quite difficult to facilitate, because if that's the right word, because obviously that independent body would be really hard to get, because obviously some are going to favour with one or the other perhaps, and it would be really hard to get a truly independent group that looks at both sides of the arguments as fairly as possible. And the other thing is, it would be another thing is that it doesn't mean they're going to agree. So if this group, independent group, says that India deserves this land for whatever reason, instead of China, then I suppose China's probably not just going to say, okay, that's fair, we agree. But if they did, obviously it would make a lot more peace. So if there was some agreements like that, I think it would make the world a lot more peaceful, because a lot of these wars are about land. So I mean, again, not everyone's going to listen to the independent body or whatever. And again, the independent body, it would be hard to get a body that's that independent. But I think if it did, as I say, it would make so much peace in the world. If not today, then ASAP. I hope to talk about how I hope to promote pacifism, conscientious objection, and things like that. So anyway, hopefully, as I said, hopefully June will get better. I really hope so. Hopefully I'll be positive and more upbeat and more motivated. It's just a few things that I've got to admit that with mental health problems, they're really worrying me a bit as well, and they're sort of bothering me. They're playing on my mind a little bit, if I'm honest. But anyway, hopefully, I really wish I could have got off to a positive start and be more motivational, and some of these things didn't bother me as much, but I just got on with things. But anyway, sometimes allow my emotions to take over, and I start getting really annoyed and that sort of thing. So I'll try and keep that in check. But just like with my hoarding, and my mum's gone through my paperwork, so that's really frustrating me. And I'm really struggling to deal with it actually. But hopefully I'll find a way, and hopefully something positive will come along. Anyway, if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. So appreciate if you're watching my video, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate you watching. And sorry if I'm sounding a bit like I'm ranting, or at least in a little bit of that video, or I sound like first world problems. Like maybe I should get over it. But anyway, hopefully I'll develop a thicker skin and be a bit stronger. And hope, as I say, I hope June will get better. I really do. I hope somehow something will come along. I was like, part of me is thinking like, I'm sure it's going to get better, but then like part of me thinks, I hope that's not a false hope. But one good thing is, looking on the bright side, which I try and do, is at least the weather's nice. So, and at least I've got some good friends out there, and at least I've got a roof over my head, enough to eat and drink at the moment. So hopefully, at least I'm not starving or homeless, or and hopefully never will be. But you never know. So hopefully, I'll be able to look on the bright side. And hopefully, it's not as bad as I think. So sorry if I sound like, as I say, like this guy whinging about first world problems like hoarding or whatever. But it is quite a difficult problem. So also like my madness, talking to myself, and I embarrassed myself a little bit. But anywho, so hopefully I'll be able to have a more positive message in the future, and hopefully you'll do well wherever you are, and not think I'm too crazy. And even if I am, I'm harmless. I'm harmless. I'm not. If anything, I'd ask God. Like if I got angry with someone, I'd ask God to do my dirty work, because I'm not a fighting person. I'm not. If people think, oh, this guy's mad, he's dangerous, Godspeed, I'm not dangerous at all. I'm what's the word? Soft as a dove, or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to call it a wrap, or whatever they say. And hopefully I can work on my Asian African projects, I say.